Well, I'm back again. It's a it's a rainy, ugly day outside. Perfect time to be indoors and make a new video. But ironically, the theme of the video is sort of rainy and cloudy. Now, why is it rainy and cloudy? I was just thinking, this review is sort of on the craziness of advertising, and if there's any way around this. Like, are we ever going to figure out a new way to sort of do things? Because the advertising way just seems like it's just a little bit insane. When you really think about advertising and what it is, basically everything is run through advertising. Absolutely everything. And you probably think, well, that's a little over dramatic, but it's not. It basically everything comes down to just advertising. I mean, you think the world's full of like art and creativity and all this stuff, but it's just advertising. You know, you see the stuff that's going on YouTube now, where it's like people are even scared to make videos because they think, oh, well, this is going to get demonetized because it's not advertiser friendly. Everything comes back to the advertising, right? And you think, well, how long has it been that way? Is it just YouTube? No, it's been that way since the beginning of anything. You can go back to, you always hear those stories about like, the daytime soap operas, like that used to be on television that people used to watch. And apparently something to do with the fact that those were initially just literally ads for soap. Like they were like making a little dramatic thing about advertising for soap, like soap that you actually clean your hand with. That's where the term soap opera came from. And then you think to yourself, all the TV shows you used to watch growing up, and then how like you'd watch a TV show that was on television, and then basically during the really climactic part of the scene where you're wondering, oh, what's going to happen next, they would cut to a commercial, right? And you would think, well, that kind of sucks. Now I have to wait, but it's just the way it is, right? But now, to kick it up a notch, what they do is you'll watch something on TV. This is why people barely watch regular TV anymore. You'll be watching something, and then it'll cut to a commercial, and you think, well, that's just the way things are. You wait for the commercial, and then a TV show comes back, and you're like, oh, okay, here we go. So the TV show's on, and they're in a really serious scene, something really emotional is going on. Someone's, I don't know, someone just had a big tragedy in their life, and it's like a really dramatic scene, and you're trying to get into it. And as this scene is going on, you'll get a pop-up on a screen with another ad saying, buy this product. And they're showing they're showing a pop-up of this ad during the actual TV show. So now they don't just show commercials during commercials when they cut from the TV show. Now they're actually showing commercials during the actual show. Now I'm just waiting for the next step, where it's like a really dramatic scene and someone's kid just died, and you're watching the show, and then the person's like, oh God, I can't believe my little child's dead. I can't believe it. By the way, this death is brought to you by Coca-Cola. And then they just cut back to the scene. Because it seems like, what's the next step? Because there was commercials before, now there's commercials in the actual show. And you think, well, it's just in that. It's just in like TV. No, it's in sports too. I remember watching sports when somebody would score a goal, and you're like, yeah, look, that guy, Jeff, blah, 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 just scored a goal. Good, congratulations, Jeff. And now the goal has nothing to do with Jeff anymore. Now when Jeff scores a goal, it goes, "This goal's brought to you by Subway." And you're like, what the? How the hell is this goal brought to you by Subway? What the hell does Subway have to do with Jeff scoring a goal? Like, why are you yelling, "This goal's brought to you by Subway"? Back in the day, when somebody scored a goal, you'd be like, "Goal!" Now it's, "This goal's brought to you by Subway." Right? But I'm being over dramatic. It's not that bad, right? When goals start being scored by Subway, how's Subway involved in goals in sporting events? Advertisement. What's the next step? How do we cure advertising? But even if you go back again, going back to like classic TV, people don't truly understand. Anything that's on TV is only on TV because the networks think it'll sell ads. There's no art in TV. Like, anything that they put on TV is just basically if it'll sell ads. That's all it is. That's why shows get canceled, you know? Like, they don't cancel a show because they don't think it's artistically good. They just think, well, it's not selling ads. No one's watching, so like, we're just gonna get rid of it. Because TV really has nothing to do with art or creating shows or something. It's just basically, can we get people to tune in to something so we can sell them ads? They just want to get your attention. So as far as a network is concerned, they can have like a dancing monkey in a ballet suit for 30 minutes running around. Like, they'll put that on TV if people watch it and sells ads. They don't care at all. It has nothing to do with art or creativity. So when the whole thing is run by this demonic thing called advertisement, what does it all mean at that point? What are we even doing anymore? Everything is just about ads. And I even see YouTubers these days, they're just paranoid about making videos. They're just frightened. Is this video going to get demonetized? Oh, did I do something wrong in this video? I mean, it's pretty insane. So the question is there any other way to do it other than ads? And that whole ad thing isn't everything. It's in all the apps you get on your phone. It's from TV. It's from YouTube. It's from everything. Everything's ads, ads, ads. Soon you'll, have a family, and then during the birth, this baby born is brought to you by Subway. Well, it kind of makes sense. See, that way makes sense for Subway to promote that, because it's sort of like a long thing that, it's more Subway related than scoring a goal anyways. So I think we need to come up with a different scheme for all this stuff, because I think ads have just gotten to the point where, they were always nonsense. The fact that we based everything on ads. It was a flawed approach from the beginning, because it's such a disgusting way to base anything around. We should base things on something more than ads. But everything is basically just based on ads. That's what it comes down to. Will this thing sell ads? And like I said, if that wasn't bad enough, then we put ads and things on top of ads. Before, there used to be commercials during TV shows. Now there's commercials during the actual TV show while it's actually playing. So not only do you have to wait for the commercial to be over, but then the TV show starts back on and then pop-up ads for more. Like, it was always disgusting, but now it's reached a point of absolute insanity. To the point where even people on YouTube are frightened to make videos. They're like, oh, is this advertiser friendly? So I think, and the funny thing is, I've actually talked about this with people before, and they actually think I'm being overdramatic. They're like, oh, ads are not that bad. I'm like, have you seen Everything is run on ads. You don't think it's that bad? Nah, whatever. So I think until enough people realize how demonic and insane it is to have an entire society just based on ads, it won't change. Enough people have to just be like, this is literally insanity. It has to get to the point where you realize it's actual mental insanity. Not to the point where you think, it's not really that nice, because that's not enough. It's not dramatic enough. Because if you look at ads and you're like, yeah, I don't really like them, that's not enough. You have to literally realize that they're mentally insane. And to have a whole structure in society where everything is based on ads is insane. So it's up to everybody to get to that point where they realize how insane it is. And it's funny because usually with society, it takes it to go to the absolute extreme before people wake up and realize how insane something is. That's why, like with all societies, it's usually like all this stuff going on and everyone just kind of like, I don't know, whatever. And then eventually, when it gets to the point where people realize how insane it is, then like they have some sort of quote unquote revolution. But it takes it to that point. Like it takes so long for people to see how insane something is. Maybe it needs to get to a point where you're just in your own house taking a shower and somebody breaks into your house, opens the door to your bathroom, rips open the shower curtain and says, "This shower is brought to you by Subway." That's it. See you guys later.